When our family started Setton Pistachio, it was a modest venture.
My father and his family started Setton Pistachio over 25 years ago, and here we are today, a much larger company, but still very much a family company. We grow, process, package, and ship pistachios all over the world.
My brother, my daughter, my son-in-law, my cousins, my nephews, the whole family is involved in the business.
Setton pistachios come from about 30,000 acres of pistachio orchards. That's about 4 million trees that we're currently caring for. 25% of the pistachios come from orchards that we own, and the remainder comes from the grower partner community. We have 2 modern facilities where we can store and process up to 110 million pounds a year.
Family's at the heart of what we do here at Setton Pistachio, and we think that's what makes our pistachios taste so good.
You know, I've worked with Setton since they started their first plant. Some of the same growers we brought in clear back then, I don't know, 20 years ago, are still their growers today. They're a great family-run operation.
I am very proud of the fact that we've worked with Setton for over 15 years. And all of the people that work with the Setton group are part of their family, and they've become part of ours as well. So it's easy to do business family to family, and I know that when they tell me something, it's backed up by Josh and Mia, and it's gold.
You know, there's a saying in the pistachio industry, when you plant pistachios, you're planting them for your grandchildren, and that's kind of our mantra with Setton Pistachio, is we want to have this business not just for us, but for our children and for our grandchildren. It's a family business, and that's our motivation.
At Setton, our commitment to being environmentally responsible is really at the heart of what we do each and every day.
It's been one of the main drivers for us to invest in solar power, and currently we are proud to say that we recycle all of our waste and our biomass, and none of it goes to waste.
We believe in not only growing a strong company for the future, but growing a strong industry for the future.
So you have a family that's running a major corporation in the area that is working very hard to be friendly to the economy, to be friendly to the environment. I'd say the future is very bright for Setton.
We're building our business for the future, for future generations, not just myself. I'm second generation, but also for my children and my family's children, to keep this company strong and vibrant, and to keep it growing.
And at Setton Pistachio, our family will be growing the best tasting pistachios for generations to come.
Pistachios are from a high desert region. We've been able to take pistachios and grow them in the Central Valley, and it turns out to be a perfect place to grow a great tasting pistachio.
The San Joaquin Valley is an ideal place to grow pistachios, and an ideal place to have 2 processing facilities to process and package and ship those pistachios.
Here in the San Joaquin Valley, we really just have the perfect conditions to grow a quality pistachio.
Soil conditions are perfect. We have nice warm days in the summertime.
Has plenty of winter chill. We take the fresh water from the Sierra Nevada mountains, and we give them the right amount of water when they want it, right at the right time.
We usually have a constant breeze down through here, and because they are wind pollinated, that's an important factor. And if you look up right now, you see just a little tickling of the leaves from the wind. That's enough to pollinate. They're a very unique tree. They have a distinct male and female. You have a male for pollination, and the female carries all of the pistachios, which grow in clusters almost like a grape. When you plant pistachios, you're looking at the long term. On our ranch, I'm the 6th generation. We care about the land because it affects us directly.
It's important to our family business to continue to grow, but grow in a sustainable way, in a way that's going to be healthy, not just for us, but for the environment, for the community, for the industry. And we take great responsibility in ensuring that everything we do is making a positive impact.
We want to be here for generations. Harvest is a mixture of being extremely anxious and extremely excited.
The pistachio harvest is the lifeblood of the company. It's such a big deal for such a small nut. From late August to late October, it's when all the pistachios come into the facility at the same time, and we have over 5,000 trucks streaming into the plant around the clock.
The first step in the pistachio harvest is to mechanically shake the tree so that no nuts ever touch the ground.
Two machines work in tandem with each other. You have a shaker and you have a receiver. So when the nuts fall down on the tables, then they're conveyed into bins, and then a shuttle goes around and it picks these bins up, transports them to the offload area, where a forklift loads them into a bulk trailer, and then they go off to Setton's plant to be processed.
As a grower and a processor, it's important for us to produce not only great tasting pistachios, but great looking pistachios. So we have two facilities that we use to bring in pistachios from our growers and from our own farms. And those two facilities are really important in making sure that the pistachios get to our hullers and our dryers and safely in our silos within 24 hours.
So once the trucks come into the plant, they're weighed and given an individual identification number. Each trailer has an RFID reader. They also have GPS, so we know what trailer and which grower that came from. Everything's positively identified all through the process. We'll unload the trucks right out of the bottom of a trailer where they're just gravity fed onto conveyor belts. They go through a pre-cleaning process to remove any foreign material and debris. Then they go directly into our pistachio huller.
This is a pistachio in the hull, the way that it comes off the trees. The hulling process is essentially about taking this yellow-red hull off of the nut by sending it through something like a potato peeler that separates the pistachio from the hull.
So after the hulling process, the pistachios are rinsed off and cleaned.
We have a float tank, which all pistachios pass through, and mature pistachios will sink to the bottom, and immature pistachios, which contain generally 10% or more air space within the closed shell, will float.
So the sinker pistachios will go into a separate dryer, and through 9 stages of drying, we'll get the moisture down to about 10% moisture.
At Setton Pistachio, we aim to mimic Mother Nature by drying our pistachios at low temperatures slowly for about 8 to 9 hours. This helps the pistachio reduce its moisture content without being overheated or cooked, so it can retain its fresh, natural flavor.
Then we'll convey the pistachios into our storage silos for final drying.
Once pistachios are in the silos, we will slowly apply warm air, heated air over the course of a few days to reduce the moisture to 6 to 8%.
We're a family business, and putting safe foods out into the marketplace that families will enjoy is very important to us.
Setton's commitment to food safety and to top-tier quality is unrivaled. It's a passion for the Setton family and for the management at Setton Pistachio. We have a fairly extensive team that monitors around the clock all the quality systems that we have implemented. We monitor all the critical control points, and we do that basically to ensure the integrity of our finished product. We have a HACCP certification. We have an ISO 22000 FSSC certification, which is a preeminent global program that is recognized by food producers worldwide. We are the only nut company in California and in the USA that has achieved this certification, and we're extremely proud of it.
Harvest is a very busy time for us every year, but It takes the whole year to process the pistachios, and it takes a great facility and great employees, and we got both.
So once the pistachios are taken out of the silos, they come into the facility where they are run through a metal detector, an x-ray machine, and then they're sized. After the pistachios are sized, then they'll enter the pin pickers where any closed shell pistachios are removed and only the open end shell pistachios go through color sorting process where high-speed digital cameras will look at each nut, and if the nut has blemishes on the outside of the shell, those nuts will be removed. Then the clean nuts will enter our hand sorting process where they're visually inspected to ensure that the quality spec is exceeded for our pistachios. After the pistachios are hand sorted and they make the final grade, then the pistachios are either packaged for raw export shipments or they move into our roasting department.
People tell us that we have the best roast in the industry, and that's because we roast our pistachios very slowly at low temperatures, and it ensures that the pistachio still stays green and still has that fresh flavor.
From there, it goes into our packaging room. In our packaging room, we have several lines that you can pack in a 25-pound bulk, like I'm leaning on now. There's also baggers, so we can do from 3-ounce bag, 8-ounce bag, 16-ounce bag, 2-pound bags, 3-pound bags, 4-pound bags.
We have a wide array of different packaging options, both on the raw side and on the roasted side. And not only do we package pistachios in our brand, the Setton Farms brand, but we also do a number of private label programs for our customers. We not only want pistachios to be consumed as a delicious everyday snack, but also we want to find new ways for people to consume pistachios. We came up with Pistachio Tree Bites. It was a family endeavor. We wanted to come up with a snack that would be portable. So our Pistachio Tree Bites are individually wrapped, and it makes them a great on-the-go snack.
Around the world, people are enjoying to buy more pistachios and eating more pistachios.
We recognize as Setton that all export markets are important to us.
Setton Pistachio ships their pistachios to over 50 countries around the world.
We sell to Israel,
Germany,
Scandinavia, India, Middle East. We have Australia,
France, Italy,
China.
Spain,
We sell also to South America.
and of course the UK.
Each and every year we attend trade shows, and we spend more and more effort to try to build demand. And we're committed to growing international markets.
From farm through the processing, we do everything we can just to ensure that your experience with Setton pistachios is going to be enjoyable.
People, they like us, they like doing business with us, and they know that they are getting a great, good quality product. That makes Setton Pistachio a Setton Pistachio.
Pistachios are known as the green nut, and at Setton Pistachio, we're looking for ways to make them even greener.
We are in the tree business. We currently care for and grow over 4 million trees, and that's what drives us to consider all the other elements of our business, from managing the waste to managing the groundwater. And currently we are proud to say that we recycle essentially 100% of our agricultural byproducts. The harvest produces several hundred million pounds of agricultural biomass waste, 100% of which is repurposed. We sell it to about 75 different dairies in the Central Valley. We also generate shells as part of our process, and 100% of these shells are sold to electrical cogeneration facilities for burning for the purpose of producing electricity.
Our water is reused to provide irrigation for our pistachio trees, and we just try to do everything we can to be as friendly to the environment as we can, so that the millions of trees that Setton is currently farming will continue to thrive in the California environment.
Our commitment to sustainability runs deep. We have invested in a tremendous solar power system, 1.7 megawatts, which is currently the largest privately owned solar power farm in the Central Valley. It provides electrical power to 100% of our post-harvest processing facility.
We take a lot of pride in our pistachios. It's a living organism we depend on. We take a lot of pride in growing and processing pistachios responsibly from the farm to the consumer.
We're not just planning for the future, but we're looking for great, innovative new ways to make for a better future.
By incorporating innovative technologies, by employing environmentally friendly production methods, And by harnessing the power of the sun with our solar panel systems, Setton Pistachio is proud to produce the safest, most wholesome, best-tasting pistachios for consumers around the world.
At Setton Pistachio, family is at the heart of what we do, and so we're not just growing pistachios today, but we're growing pistachios for generations to come.
People tell us we have the best tasting pistachios, and I am proud of that, and our whole family also is proud of that.